Let me tell you about the moment I realized my pain had a punchline, at least to my brother. It was a random Tuesday evening. We were sitting around the dinner table, and someone made a passing comment about work stress. I remember quietly chiming in, saying something like, "Yeah, it's been a rough mental health week for me too." Just that, casual, honest, not looking for sympathy. And then I saw it. The eye roll, like my words were white noise. And then came the verbal slap. "Everyone's anxious these days. It's just trendy now because of TikTok." He smirked as if he just solved society's problems with one sentence, like anyone who dared mention anxiety was just chasing internet clout. I laughed, but only because I didn't want to cry. Inside, I felt like I'd been stripped bare in front of someone who couldn't care less. I could feel my heartbeat rise, not from anxiety this time, but from sheer humiliation. Like I was being told, "Your pain isn't real, it's just fashionable." From that night on, I made a quiet decision. I would never talk to him about my mental health again. Not because I forgave the mockery, but because I accepted the truth. He simply didn't get it. And I was done handing out pieces of myself to people who only knew how to tear them up. Months passed. We saw each other occasionally, family stuff, holidays, obligatory texts. On the surface, nothing seemed wrong. But under it all, that comment lived rent-free in my head. Not because it hurt in the way insults usually do, but because it confirmed a fear I'd always had. That people like him would only ever see mental health as weakness, a phase, a fad. But the universe has a weird sense of humor, and Karma, she's got a great memory. Then came the midnight call. It was 12:17 a.m. I was brushing my teeth, winding down for bed, when my phone buzzed. It was my brother. We don't talk on the phone, definitely not at midnight. I answered, thinking maybe something happened to our parents. But what I heard on the other end? It was panic, raw, unfiltered, real. He was breathing like he'd just sprinted a marathon barefoot through broken glass. I don't know what's happening. My chest is tight. My heart won't stop racing. I can't breathe. I think I'm dying." His voice cracked. He sounded terrified. And right there, in that split second, everything clicked. He wasn't dying. He was having a panic attack. The same kind I'd had dozens of times. The kind that makes you feel like the walls are closing in, like your lungs are deflating, like death is standing at your front door knocking. I knew the signs because I lived them. And now, so was he. I took a deep breath. "Okay, listen to me. You're safe. I'm here. This is your body reacting to panic. You're not dying, I promise." I guided him through grounding techniques. Name 5 things you can see, 4 you can touch, 3 you can hear. Slow your breath. In, out, hold. I matched my breath to his, even though he couldn't see me. I repeated myself when he started to spiral. I told him stories from my own episodes, not to lecture, but to help him feel less alone. He didn't speak much, just quiet sobs and gasps. But eventually, it started to fade. The storm passed. "It's easing," he said softly, like he was afraid saying it out loud might bring it back. He was okay, at least physically. We hung up, and I lay there staring at the ceiling, one thought spinning in my head. Do you still think it's just a TikTok trend now? The next morning, I woke up with clarity. I wasn't going to yell. I wasn't going to rub it in. I was going to be better. But I was also petty. The classy kind of petty. I drove to a local shop and picked up a few things. A soft, heavy-weighted blanket, the kind that feels like a hug when your nervous system is fried. A set of herbal teas labeled things like calm, sleepy time, and anxiety. Yes, that's real. A sleek journal with a black cover and smooth pages. a lavender roll-on essential oil. I went home and carefully packed it all into a box, lined the inside with tissue paper, made sure it looked curated, Pinterest-worthy. And then came the pièce de résistance. Handwritten cards. For each item. The blanket? This season's anxiety starter pack. The tea? Welcome to the trend. The journal? Influencer tier, unlocked. The essential oil? Smells like personal growth. I sealed it up, addressed the box, and had it sent out that same afternoon. No note, no explanation, just a gift, wrapped in the exact empathy he once denied me, branded like the trend he thought anxiety was. For 3 days, I heard nothing. No call, no text, not even a sarcastic emoji. Then, finally, my phone buzzed. It was him. He didn't say hello, didn't mention the package. He just whispered, "I think I owe you an apology." And you know what? That was enough. Not because I needed the apology, but because he needed to say it. He had felt it, not read about it, not seen it on TikTok. Felt it in his chest, in his bones, in that terrifying 12:17 a.m. moment when he thought the world was ending. He finally understood.